I've been driving trucks long enough to know that most danger doesn't announce itself. It doesn't come with flashing lights or loud warnings. It usually arrives quietly, disguised as something normal. This happened during a winter haul when nights felt longer than usual. I was running refrigerated freight, pushing hours I probably shouldn't have. Money was tight, and overtime always feels safer than rest when bills are waiting. The route itself was ordinary, nothing I hadn't driven dozens of times before. Long stretches of highway, small towns, and quiet rest areas. Around 2 in the morning, fatigue started creeping in, the kind that doesn't knock you out but dulls your instincts. I decided to stop at a small rest area to clear my head. It wasn't one of the big truck stops, just a basic pull-off. A few overhead rights, a restroom building, and a gravel lot. Only 2 other trucks were parked there when I arrived. Both were dark, curtains drawn, drivers likely asleep. I parked a short distance away and shut down the engine. The silence after driving for hours always feels strange. Metal ticking, wind brushing the trailer, nothing else. That's when I noticed a sedan parked near the tree line. It wasn't in a marked space. Its headlights were off, but the engine was running. I assumed someone was waiting or sleeping, nothing illegal about that. I grabbed my jacket and walked toward the restroom. The cold air helped wake me up a little. Inside, everything looked normal. Clean floors, bright lights, empty stalls. I was inside maybe 5 minutes. When I walked back out, the sedan had moved. It was closer now, angled slightly toward my truck. That's when I felt the first real warning in my gut. Not panic, just awareness. I climbed back into the cab and locked the doors. I told myself I was tired and overthinking it. I started the engine. The sedan's headlights turned on immediately. That coincidence made my shoulders tense. I pulled onto the highway, merging smoothly. A few seconds later, the sedan followed. At first, I told myself this meant nothing. Same road, same direction, late at night. But 10 miles passed and it stayed behind me. Same distance, same lane, no attempt to pass. I changed lanes to test it. The sedan changed lanes too. I slowed down slightly. It slowed with me. That's when I stopped making excuses. I checked my mirrors more often than usual. My phone showed no signal. I kept my speed steady and focused on the road. After another 15 minutes, the sedan finally passed me. Relief washed over me when it moved ahead. That relief didn't last long. The sedan slowed deliberately. It wanted me behind it. I backed off, creating distance. The sedan drifted between lanes briefly, like the driver was checking their mirrors. Then it exited the highway. I'd let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. I told myself it was over. 10 minutes later, headlights appeared behind me again. Same sedan, same spacing. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. The radio stayed silent, no traffic around us in either direction. The sedan flashed its high beams once, then again. I ignored it. The sedan pulled alongside my trailer. I couldn't see the driver clearly. The window was down. The driver pointed toward the shoulder, then mouthed the single word, "Stop." Every instinct I had screamed not to. I shook my head and kept driving. The sedan dropped back suddenly, then surged forward and cut in front of me. It slammed on the brakes. I barely avoided a collision. My heart hammered against my ribs. The sedan sped off into the darkness. I didn't slow down for over an hour. When I finally reached a large truck stop, the sky was starting to lighten. I parked near the building, choosing a spot with cameras. I stayed in the cab longer than usual. My hands were still shaking. Inside the truck stop, I noticed a man watching me. He stood near the coffee machines, pretending to use his phone. Every time I moved, his eyes followed. I sat where I could see my truck and the exit. The man eventually walked out. I waited several minutes before returning to my rig. The rest of that delivery passed without incident. Weeks went by, then months. I almost convinced myself it was just exhaustion, until another driver mentioned something similar on the radio one night. Different state, different car, same behavior. Someone trying to force trucks to stop on empty highways. The stories never reached the news. Most drivers didn't report anything. They just drove on and stayed quiet. About a year later, I saw the sedan again. Same color, same shape, same patience. This time, the driver looked straight at me. It was the man from the truck stop. He smiled slowly and pointed at the shoulder. I didn't hesitate. I accelerated and kept driving. The sedan followed for 20 minutes, then disappeared for good. I still drive today, but I don't stop for anyone anymore. After that second encounter, I changed how I worked without really thinking about it. I avoided small rest areas completely, even if it meant pushing my fuel limits. I stopped running unfamiliar routes at night whenever I had a choice. I also stopped talking to strangers at truck stops. Friendly conversations can turn dangerous faster than people think. For a long time, nothing happened again. That almost made it worse. The quiet gave me time to think, and thinking is dangerous when you've seen something like that. About 2 years later, I was hauling dry freight through a different part of the country. New company, new schedule, same kind of night driving. Around midnight, traffic thinned until it felt like I was alone on the road. My mirrors showed nothing but darkness behind me. I remember thinking how peaceful it looked. That's usually when things go wrong. A car appeared in my mirrors, far back at first. I told myself not to jump to conclusions. Lots of cars travel late at night. But this one stayed back, never passing, mile after mile. The distance never changed. I felt that familiar tightness in my chest. I changed lanes without signaling. The car followed. I slowed slightly. It slowed too. My hands started sweating on the wheel. When the car finally pulled alongside, I already knew what I'd see. Same sedan, same driver, same calm smile. He didn't point this time. He just mouthed something slowly. Pull over. I shook my head and stared straight ahead. The sedan dropped back and disappeared. I didn't relax. I knew better than now. 5 minutes later, debris appeared in my lane. Small pieces at first, then larger ones. I slowed just enough to avoid them. Then the sedan surged forward from behind. It tried to box me in. I hit the accelerator instead. My rig groaned under the strain, but it responded. The sedan couldn't keep up at that speed. It fell back, then vanished completely. I drove straight to the nearest way station and parked under the lights. I called the police and reported everything. This time, I stayed until someone showed up. They listened carefully, took notes, and asked the right questions. One officer admitted they'd heard similar reports before, unofficially. No pattern strong enough for headlines. Mostly near highways with long empty stretches, mostly targeting trucks. I was told I did the right thing by not stopping. That was the first time anyone said that to me. After that incident, I took a break from night driving. Day routes pay less, but they let you sleep at home. Time passed, life moved on. I almost forgot the man's face. Almost. Last year, I read a short article buried deep in a local paper. A suspect had been arrested after attempting to force a vehicle off the road. The description made my stomach drop. Same age range, same car, same stretch of highway. They never mentioned trucks in the article. I don't know if that was him. I don't know if there were others. The road keeps its secrets well. I still drive, but but only during daylight now. I still check my mirrors more than most drivers. I still avoid eye contact with strangers at rest stops. Some habits never fade. When new drivers ask me for advice, I don't scare them. I just tell them one thing: never stop for someone who wants you alone. Help can be called without putting yourself at risk. The highway isn't a place for trust. It's a place for awareness. People think truck drivers are hard to scare. The truth is, we're just good at hiding it. The road teaches you quickly or punishes you badly. I was lucky enough to learn without paying the highest price. Others didn't get that chance. That's the truth of the road. It doesn't care who you are. It only cares whether you keep moving. I still do, and I plan to for as long as I can.